everyone, and welcome to this month's edition of Conversations with Conexxus. I'm Linda Toth, Managing Director for Conexxus, and with me I have the Brain Trust from the Innovation Research Committee. So let's just go around the horn here, and I'll ask each of you to introduce yourself to our folks viewing this. So Don, let me start with you.
Okay, I'm Don Emery. I'm the point of sale and other payment applications manager for CHS. That's my day job. Conexxus, I'm the vice chair on the Innovation Research Committee as well as the Device Integration Committee. So,
all right, welcome, Don. Ed, you're up.
Hello, welcome everybody. Thanks for having me, Linda and Gray, and good to be with Don and Doug as well. I am a rewired industry veteran. I try to retire, but folks like Conexxus call me back and ask me to help out, as have other folks. So I've considered my consultant work, and I'm happy to be helping the Innovation Research Committee as an innovation facilitator.
Great. Welcome, Ed. Gray.
I thought you were talking about the Brain Trust. So my name is Gray Taylor, Executive Director of Conexxus, and I also do some consulting work with NACS. And that's about all I do.
Right. Doug.
Hi, and I aspire to what Ed is, rewiring at some point in the future. Doug New, I am the Chief Information Officer for Noria Energy, located in Massachusetts, but stores throughout New England, stores and car washes throughout New England. That's the day job. The other job is chair of the Innovation Research Committee. And I think, Linda, we're going to talk a little bit about what that IRC actually is, right?
Yes, absolutely. So welcome, Doug, and that's a good segue. So as a chair, why don't you tell me what the Innovation Research Committee is and what they do?
Well, all right. Some folks may remember the Technology Research Committee in Conexxus a few years ago. And as Gray liked to say, we were focused more on shiny objects than solutions at that point. So it's been rewired, to use Ed's phrase. We are focused on business problems. We got a really a large and great group of retailers together, not technologists, at least not generally. There are a few like me in that and Don and others in that committee, but it's other CXO type people, chief marketing officers, CEOs, representing their different areas of the business within retail and C-store and retail fuel. And the intent is and has been to talk about what's keeping them from innovating, whatever it might be. And we got together initially at the Conexxus annual conference back in late April and put together what Ed ended up phrasing the Dirty Dozen list. It was a list of about 12 different items that each of those members or that group as a whole brought up as things that keep them from innovating.
Okay. Sounds good. So, Gray, I know that we can invite people that aren't Conexxus members to participate for a little bit. Can you share with me what all that means?
Yeah, to Doug's point, we're looking for CXOs with problems. And again, the whole idea is if you can come in and tell us the story and tell us what the issue is that's keeping you from innovating, and by the way, even innovations that you're interested in, that's where we can assemble the right technologists, because Conexxus has got the best in the industry to solve that problem that's coming out. But we need people to come in and tell us the story, which is kind of always has been missing historically in standards and tech projects. You just kind of say, this is where the ball needs to go, and you make it go that way. But by talking to the CXOs from retailers, they can tell us the entire story that gives us some context as to what we're really trying to resolve. And, you know, as Doug had said, Ed came up with the Dirty Dozen, and it's a pretty fat list of things for us to work on going forward. But it's a great list. It really boils down our issues quite well. We'll welcome any retailer to come in if there are retailers who are not involved in this. You don't even need to be a member. The whole idea is that come on in, you get to participate for a year for free. Kick the tires and see what the Conexxus is all about. We hope you join at the end of the year or sooner, but we really want your story so that we can represent and solve some industry problems.
And if there are retailers out there that aren't members that would like to be, would like to participate in the committee, you can email info@conexxus.org and we'll get you hooked up with that. So one of the other tasks that your group has been working on is the roadmap and updating that. So Don, I know we had a session just recently at the NAC show and you and Doug and Gray were on that. Tell me a little bit about that session and the roadmap and what all that entails.
Yeah, so really fun session. Really enjoyed getting to spend some time with Doug and Gray and Ed, really did help out with a lot of the content as well. So as I think we kind of jokingly say, if we get 50% of it right, I think we're doing really good. But no, I mean, it's really looking at the industry trends. I'd say not only within our specific industry, right? We try to do as best as we can, even looking in other places, just in general technology, finding what are the things that are coming in the next 1 to 3 to 4 or 5+ years. Just big topics, right? I think sometimes we get feedback, hey, it'd be nice to say what's the specific solution going to be. And unfortunately, hey, there may not even be something that's even started development, but the idea is out there, right? I mean, the idea is out there and we know that that technology is going to be coming. So we just want to make sure that people are aware of it, that they're starting to plan for it. Where is it that, under each one of the different areas and subjects, is it store operations? Is it, engaging with our consumers? Is it, some of the infrastructure pieces? The idea, the goal was to really just kind of enlighten anybody. It wasn't really, again, not to be too technical with it, not to get, using too much jargon, but really just kind of planting the seeds, planting the ideas and making people in our industry aware of what's coming down the pipe.
Great. And then this committee is responsible for updating that over time. So as you guys look through the vision, the next 1 to 3 years, 3 to 5, et cetera, that's something this committee is dealing with. Education sessions at the NAC show, the roadmap session was very good. Obviously, you guys did a great job with that. There were some other sessions that were pretty interesting. Ed, I think you had some takeaways on some other sessions. Can you share those with us?
Yeah, and the guys did a great job with the roadmap, the buzz afterwards. Not enough time. I look forward to it every year. It keeps evolving, and I learn a lot. So that's great job, guys, on that. And for me, one that really drove home was not so much an innovative workshop, but one that kind of dovetailed into it is 3 sages of the industry. Bill Douglas, Jeff Miller, Sonia Hubbard were on a panel and shared their stories of having been in the industry. And I think it relates to the roadmap from their words of wisdom, where they said, it's not easy to get everything done and you've got to work hard. And they took people through their journey of how they and their families in particular have worked hard to really deliver to the industry. And I think that's a message that dovetailed nicely into the roadmap session as well, where, nothing's going to happen overnight. And yes, there's a technology roadmap, but along with that has to go, we're going to work hard to deliver it, which then means we're going to make some investments, both financially and with the right skill set amongst people. And then one other kind of fun session that took us around the world was one that used the word fidgetal. Let's get fidgetal. The team on that panel really just took us through a number of use cases that the digital world and how the digital world has come alive in different retailers, not only here in the States, but around the world.
All right. Thanks, Ed. We are about out of time. So with that, we're going to need to wrap it up. But I appreciate your thoughts and inputs again from the Brain Trust of the IRC. And we'll see you next time on Conversations with Conexxus.
See you all.
Bye. Thanks.
Thank you.